Father, I am standing at a threshold today that feels both terrifying and necessary. The place where what has been ends and what is next begins, and I want to cross it well. I do not want to drag the full weight of everything behind me into whatever you have prepared ahead. The past season cost me things I am still processing. Peace I lost, trust that was broken, expectations that collapsed, versions of the future I had imagined that did not survive contact with reality. Some of those losses still ache in ways I have not fully admitted, and some of the wounds they left are still tender enough that I instinctively guard them rather than expose them to the possibility of healing. But I am here today, choosing to stand at this threshold anyway, because I believe with everything in me that what you have placed on the other side of this moment is worth whatever it costs me to fully let go of what is behind. I am ready to start fresh. Help me do it completely. Give me the strength to release what I'd have been holding. I am not naturally good at letting go. I tend to hold on to things long past the point where holding serves any purpose. Replaying what went wrong, rehearsing what I should have done differently, maintaining a grip on disappointments, as though keeping them close somehow protects me from being surprised by new ones. I have held on to hurts that needed to be released seasons ago, and I have allowed regrets to occupy mental and emotional space that was meant for something better. Today I am asking you to give me the specific, supernatural ability to open my hands and release it. Not because the pain was not real, not because I am pretending resolution I have not actually reached, but because I trust that what I release to you is safer in your hands than it ever was in mine, and because I trust that you cannot fill what I refuse to empty. Heal what is still unhealed in me before I move forward, Father. I do not want to carry wounds into a new season that then color everything I encounter there with the pain of what I experienced here. Heal the places where disappointment convinced me that hope was naive. Heal the places where betrayal taught me that trust was dangerous. Heal the places where failure whispered that trying again was foolish. Go into those specific, tender places and do the work that only you can do. Not a covering over of pain, but a genuine addressing of it. A real restoration that leaves something different and healthier in the place where the wound was. Close every chapter that needs to be closed, not with forced resolution, but with genuine peace about the ending, so that I can begin what is next without one foot still standing in what is past. Create space in me for something genuinely new. I am asking you to clear out the clutter that old pain, old narratives, and old limitations have left behind, and replace it with something fresh, a hope that has not yet been disappointed, an expectation that has not yet been worn down, a faith that approaches this next chapter with the openness of someone who has not already decided how it will go. Fill me with a genuine anticipation for what is ahead, not a forced positivity that ignores the reality of how hard the last season was, but a real and grounded hope rooted in the truth that you are good, that you have not run out of plans for my life, and that the best of what you have prepared for me has not yet been experienced. Guide my steps into this new season with a specificity and a clarity that leaves me in no doubt about the direction you are leading. I do not need to see the entire path. I have learned that faith rarely works that way. But I need enough light for the next step to be taken with confidence rather than paralysis. Remove the fear of getting it wrong again that has made me hesitant to move at all. Replace it with a courage that is not the absence of uncertainty, but the decision to move forward in spite of it. Trusting that you are ordering my steps, even when I cannot feel the order from where I am standing. Help me walk into this new beginning as someone who has genuinely learned from the past, without being imprisoned by it. Redefine my sense of identity as I step forward, Father. I have allowed what I have been through to shape how I see myself in ways that are not always accurate or fair. The failures I have experienced do not make me a failure. The losses I have sustained do not make me someone incapable of gaining. The relationships that ended painfully do not make me someone unworthy of love and connection. Remind me today of who you say I am, not who my worst experiences have suggested I might be, but who you created me to be. What you have placed inside me, and what you still intend to do through my life. Let that truth be louder than every discouraging narrative the past has written about me. I choose today, deliberately and with full awareness of what it costs, to move forward. I choose to trust your plan, even in the places where it looks nothing like what I would have designed. I choose to believe that you are working everything, including the painful, confusing, and disappointing parts, towards something that I will one day be genuinely grateful for. I choose faith over the fear that whispers starting over is too risky. I choose hope over the cynicism that experience sometimes breeds. And I choose to enter this fresh start not cautiously or half-heartedly, but with my whole self, believing that you would not be bringing me to a new beginning if you had not already prepared something worth beginning. Thank you for the grace that makes fresh starts possible, for the reality that your mercies are not exhausted by my history, and your plans are not derailed by my detours. Thank you for every hard season that taught me something I could not have learned any other way. And thank you for the wisdom to know that those seasons were chapters, not conclusions. Thank you for this day, for this threshold, and for the courage to stand at it and choose forward. Let today mark a genuine turning point, not just in my circumstances, but in the posture of my heart. I step into this new beginning with open hands, a willing spirit, and a deep trust that you are already in every moment waiting for me on the other side.